Alright, so here we are, we're in Project Flight, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think I've ever done any content on this game in the past. But yeah, this is Project Flight. Basically a flight simulation game on Roblox, so if you're a fan of aviation like me, then definitely a game for you guys. So today we're going to be flying the Boeing 757 in the DHL livery. We might change the aircraft and liveries around depending on what we want to do. But yeah. Oh, excuse me. I'm going to be using this glorious aircraft today. We got the Rolls-Royce engines on this. Since I reworked this aircraft where you can have two separate engines on it. The default ones, or you can have the Rolls-Royce. I prefer the Rolls-Royce ones, so I'm going to go and stick with the Rolls-Royce. I have no idea about our flight plans, by the way, guys. We're just going to go off the bat and hope for the best. So yeah. Hopefully it goes all well. So before we take off, then what we're going to do is turn on our lights before engine start up. So the 6 altogether. There we go. Lights are on. Now we're going to do some pre-flight checks. So elevator. As you can see, the back they're moving up and down there, which is what we want. And ailerons. Yep, that's all good. And we can't check flaps and stuff till the engines are started up, but we'll check them at the end of the runway when we're holding short. So now we are ready for push and start. So I'm going to start starting up the engine, and once my engine 1 has started up, I'll begin my pushback. So as you can see, if you look on the right hand side here, these are my engines. Engine 1 is now starting. Engine 1's now online, so we're going to begin the push. And now we're going to start engine 2. Okay then, both engines are at 100%, so we're ready to taxi. Yo, AJ. So we're ready to roll. So I'm just reading comments at the moment. So we've got AJ saying yo, hello AJ. Alright, so looking all good, so I'm going to tap into the active now. First, let's do a quick rudder test. Nice, I mean, it could be worse. It could definitely be worse. Could be the Typhoon in this game, which is way louder, so. But, you know, it is what it is. So yeah. So let's taxi to the active now. I think we're gonna land. We're gonna go to Gatwick. Or actually we'll go to Southampton. Because we haven't gone there for a while. So we'll land at Southampton. So on the landing, I will stay silent for you guys on the landing, so you guys can listen to the GPWS callouts, and stuff like that. Make it a bit more realistic for you, and just so you guys can hear the engines and the aircraft itself. So yeah, this game does have GPWS callouts. It has realistic stuff as well, unlike PTFS. So it has realistic gear animations, realistic flap animations, realistic ailerons and elevators, as well as spoilers. You see the flaps and stuff when we take off, and you'll see the spoilers when we land. Okay, so here is the holding thing for Menaraka, or whatever the fuck it's called. Um, so yeah, put a wheel brake there. Okay, we're now holding, so let's just do some quick flap tests. So flap set to take off. You can just see very carefully that the flaps are going down. Let's go to landing now. Nice. Right, there we go. So the flaps are good. Flaps are going to set to take off now because we're going to be taking off soon. Just like so. Spoilers test now. So click R and you can see these little flappy things come up. So that's flight spoilers, and then full spoilers, and the engines go back for reverse thrust. So flaps, so spoilers can go back down because we don't need them till landing. Let's taxi to deactive and line up after our pre-flight checks have completed. So if you didn't know guys, my local airport has a lot of DHLs, hence why I'm using DHL for today's video. Or live stream should I say. So once we take off, I'll go into the gear view and show you the animated gears. So you guys can see the animated gears. Okay, whilst we're here, let's quickly set our autopilot. So today we're going to be flying at 339 knots to Southampton today. So not set there. I don't know the heading yet, so we'll figure that out in the air. And we're going to be flying at 5,500 feet on today's flight. So that's all set. We can get rid of that. And we are ready to take off. So let me just make sure I remember the geared camera. So this is the gear camera. I'll do this once we're airborne so you can see the gears coming in, and I'll do it on landing as well. But for now, let's take off. I'll put the sound up for you guys and stay silent, and then I'll turn it down on talking. Okay, there we go. We're now airborne. Flaps are coming up. Now let's go to the geared camera and let's show you guys the gears in 3, 2, 1, now. let's just disable chat. There we go. So cool, honestly. Right, there we go. Gears are now in. We're now airborne at 1600 feet. So let's begin our bank. In the beautiful Boeing 757. Beautiful aircraft, honestly. Project Flight, I think they set Project Flight to be free now. Last time I checked, so yeah. So I think Project Flight is now free, unless they've changed it back. But last time I heard from the developers, they set the game to free. Yeah, I would double check personally. But yeah. Okay, so we're getting past our cruising speed now, so let's set that to that with the autopilot. We're also going to set our altitude for 5,000 because I want to go up while he's turning. Okay, there we go. We're at Gatwick on there, so let's sort our heading out. So it's about 3-3 of the heading. So we'll do that for now, and then we'll sort out the approach heading once we get to it. And there we go. Hello, hello, hello. So yeah, as I said, I will put the game to full volume on the landing so you can hear the GPWS callouts. I'm not saying it'll be a good landing, but I'll give it my best shot. Yeah, right, okay. So it's quite a long flight to Southampton. I just realised we are going to Southampton, not Gatwick, so let's sort the heading back out. So heading's about 320-ish. Alright, there we go, looking good. We've got our comm trails now. Absolutely amazing game though, honestly. Project Flight is just fantastic. Okay, so Southampton is getting in that site now, so we're gonna disable this. I'm gonna hand fly. Looking good so far. I've got Southampton 12 o'clock. No ATCs in this game at the moment, so that's good. Southampton's also known as Echo Golf Hotel India or Indigo, however you guys pronounce it, is in sight. We are descending rapidly though due to our altitude decreasing, so we're gonna just sort that out till we get a little bit closer, and we're gonna scout out Southampton to make sure this aircraft can land there. Because some airports this aircraft cannot land at, so we're gonna see if we can land at Southampton by going overhead. Okay, so looking at the runway, we can make that arrival into Southampton, so I think that's what we are going to do, guys. First airport of the day we're going to be landing at is Southampton. If you guys haven't been to Southampton, let me know in the live chat, and once we land, see if it looks similar. What the fuck is going on with my screen? I don't know the heading though, so we're gonna have to figure that out, but yeah. So I'm gonna do an orbit, so this is what this is called. It's like a holding pattern, like you would see fighter jets do, however for airliners and cargo aircraft it's called an orbit. Instead of a traffic pattern. Okay, we're gonna pull flaps down full now. Flaps full, set now. So we're gonna go down here on the extended approach, and then we're gonna pull. So let's sort speed out now. Let's set that 250. There we go. And let's go to our geared camera and put our gears out. Gears are now out. Back to this camera now, so we can get on the approach path. And once we get on the arrival, I'll put the volume up, and you guys will be able to hear the GPWS callouts. Which, if you don't know what they are, when you come in for a landing, you'll hear 1,000, 500, 400, 300, 200, and etc. So you'll be able to hear that. I'm gonna have to use some rudder here, just so I can get on the approach a bit quicker. Because I don't know what the traffic is like at the behind me. Okay, I've got Southampton in sight now. Just gonna wait for the airport to, because that's what they do in real life. They put their gears down early in case they have a problem. And yes, you can get emergencies in this game as well. So you can have gear failure, flaps failure, air brake failure, and you know, all that kind of stuff. Okay, runway in sight. Okay guys, I'm gonna shut up now, and it's gonna get loud, and I'm gonna come in for a landing, and you're gonna hear the callouts. have successfully landed here at Southampton. My best FPM is probably minus 3 with the Typhoon. I'm still learning how to land the airliners and cargo aircraft. Gonna have to do a U-turn here, 180. Backtrack down the runway. I'll make it light in a minute for you guys, so you guys can see easier. Okay, there we go. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's turn this off. Let's go there. Let's go here. And then let's go here. There we go. That's better. So, yeah. Don't know where we're gonna park though, because we've got quite a big aircraft, but it's fine. We'll figure that out. Let's go here. We might be able to fit her. We'll see. Oh yeah, this should be fine. Okay, let's go back to this. Alright, there we go guys. We have arrived at Southampton in DHL 6388 with a minus 54 FPM butter. Personally, that's probably my best ever in this aircraft. I'm better with the 777 than the 757, but I prefer the 757 at the moment due to the fact that you can get different engines on it. But other than that, that is that. The also good thing is with this is you've got first officer seat, which is co-pilot. You've got the captain seat, which is obviously the pilot, and then you've got also you can sit as a passenger, which makes it even more realistic. So you could possibly start your own airlines on Discord if you wanted to for Project Flight. I've not thought of it at the moment because I'm not an airliner fan. I'm more of a RAF fan. But other than that, what we're going to do is now get in a Typhoon operated by the RAF. So let's get into that. So these are all of the aircraft you can have then, guys. Onto the list. So we have the Airbus A220, the A320, the A330 is a Roblox aircraft. The A350 is also a Roblox aircraft. We got the 757, which I was just flying. We have the Boeing 787. We have the 717, the 737, and the Roblox Boeing 777. We've got this little small aircraft. We got the MD-11, which for some reason weren't loading. There we go. We got the Cessna Citation 2, which is Robux. I've got the Cessna 150A, the Dash AQ400, the Fokker 100, the Eurofighter Typhoon, which is a Robux aircraft. You got the Hawk T1. You got the TB900, the Baron G58, a Piper M350, and Santa's Sleigh. That is an event aircraft, so you have to complete the event to get this aircraft. But if I went on the Hawk T1, for example, you've got the Saudi Hawks, which are like the Red Arrows, but in Saudi Arabia. You've got the Royal Air Force 19th Squadron, the Royal Air Force Black Hawk Trainer, and then you've got the Royal Air Force Red Arrows jet. And the good thing is with Project Flight, if you wanted to make Red Arrows, for example, you can do it because the Hawk T1 and the Red Arrows livery is all free. It doesn't require any Robux at all to get the Hawk T1, and especially Red Arrows. The only downside is there is no smoke on the Red Arrows, so you will have to fly with no smoke. So that is the only downside with this. But other than that, we're going to jump in the Typhoon. And we're going to go as Gina. Just because it used to be flown by Squadron Leader Mark Long. So we're going to be flying that. Okay, let's park up here. There we go. Okay guys, welcome to the no F-16, just Typhoons and Hawk for fighter jets. But ladies and gentlemen, this is the Eurofighter Typhoon in Project Flight. So here we've got two external fuel tanks. We've got a livery, also known as Gina. Used to be flown by Squadron Leader Mark Long in 2015 and 2016. And obviously it's got the registration there, the realistic registration of the actual aircraft, ZK349. So quite realistic, which is nice, and you've also got afterburners on this aircraft as well to make it even more realistic. So you kind of pull alpha in this, which I'll show you in the air. So do a bit of VFR traffic patterns around here just to show you what the Typhoon is if you don't have it, and what it's capable of doing in this game. So moving on, we're going to sort some stuff out now. So lights coming on. There we go. Engines coming on. Engine on now. Speaking about knife ability test, there is some content coming out soon for Cat. I do have some content planned for Cat. I do have some content planned. What do you mean by if you don't have it? Because it's a Robux aircraft. So you have to pay Robux to get the game. You also have to get the game pass to have the Typhoon. So anyway, let's tax it to the active. Actually, let's not tax it to the active yet. Let's set all of this. So for VFR, you're gonna be at a speed of 250. So let's do, so it's going to be 250 of a heading of 12 and an altitude of 1000. But we're going to do 2500 since this airport is on a hill. So you'll see in a minute. No, there's no F-16s for fuck's sake. How many times, AJ? There's only a Typhoon and a Hawk T1. Anyway, moving on, let's tax it to the active. I'm going to do a fast taxi. Get in the air as quickly as possible. Alright guys, you want a full afterburner takeoff and straight up? Or should we just do a normal takeoff? Which one should we do, guys? Full afterburner straight up or just a normal takeoff? Air brake works. Obviously Typhoon has no flaps. Ailerons and elevators work. Alright, let's do full afterburners. Alright, volume's coming on, guys, for this amazing departure. So if you've got your sound at full, turn your sound down a bit because it's about to get really, really loud. So, yep, volume is coming on, so turn your volume down. Volume is going on in 3, 2, 1. Now. Alright guys, we are ready to roll. Enjoy this departure. I'll turn the sound off after we get airborne and I'm leveled out. Alright guys, there we go. I don't want to go this way, what the fuck is this doing? I wanted to go the other way, but fuck it. Looks like we're stuck with this way. Alright, let's go on the arrival. Do a low approach. Actually, this way's pretty cool. Do 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 do. Do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. There's a ship down there. We got 180C online at have that. So let's go and pay him a visit. Alpha. I'm gonna pay someone a visit. Just why not? Added me. I'm back. Back. Back again. Alright. Take that in sight. Full. Alright, just contact a tower now. They're trying to land again. What is going on here? I don't care, this is 1-4. I had issues with my aircraft. I'm just gonna lie. Ah well. For a hill on approach, that wasn't actually bad. You.